Hello, Dijon here. In the animation portion of episode 134 of the Mustardcast, we go over what cartoons we've been watching lately, and discuss the trailers and announcements of Mighty Nein, Trigun Stargaze, Invincible Season 4, Primal Season 3, X-Men 97 Seasons 2, 3, and beyond, and a Batman Knightfall animated series. Please enjoy.
So I haven't really been watching much, but I have been watching a little bit of the Venture Bros. I don't know if you remember that from I think it was Adult Swim it used to come on.
I don't know if it's still airing or it ended recently, but it's like it ran for a long time.
It, it's good. It's good. I like it a lot. Very funny.
Definitely a great show. I'm a big Venture Bros head. You're seen.
Oh, nice. Thank you so much. But that's about it for cartoons. I haven't had much time to really sit and find something new to watch, cartoon wise.
Yeah, 7 seasons in a movie.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I didn't know there was a movie actually.
last season was 2018.
You know, it's not too old actually.
Yeah, the movie came out 2023.
Oh, why didn't I see anything about this?
Right.
Know what it is, what it is.
How about you, Aiara?
I've been catching up on Dun, which has been really nice. I have one more episode to go. Well, I guess an episode and a half. Because I was watching last night really early in the morning and then went to sleep. So I have to rewatch part of episode 11 and then episode 12. Yeah, catching up on Dun. I've been on a bit of a nostalgic Nick kick lately, so I've been watching people upload whole blocks of Nicktoons to YouTube, commercials and all. And I've been really into those lately. So a lot of I'm trying to think what used to air on Nicktoons in the 2000s.
Was Invader Zim on Nick?
Watching it. Yeah, Invader Zim, your Avatar, random Avatar episodes and stuff like that.
SpongeBob,
a lot of Halloween. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Danny Phantom especially I've been on a kick for. I don't know what's been making me want to watch it recently, but I have been, and I forgot how much I liked it. It is, and you know what? I'm glad about it because Danny Phantom is one of the best cartoons of our generation. Although the ending, I watched the last 2 episodes, the Phantom Planet special. It's just as bad as I remember, unfortunately. But little black stain in the course of an actually pretty great TV show, all things considered. So I don't mind it too much. But other than that, that's been it.
But yeah, for me, still watching Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes. I recently watched the penultimate episode of the series alongside Blind Wave, and there's one left, and then I'll be moving on to Justice League, the animated series, and watching that alongside them. I'm not going to be also doing my own rewatch beside them this time because I rewatched it a couple of years ago, but long and close enough that I don't feel like rewatching it again. So I'll just watch that one alongside them, and I've seen it plenty of times. Still watching Batman Beyond, both finishing my rewatch and watching alongside Blind Wave. And I'm watching One Piece alongside Blind Wave, which I'm an insane person watching one episode of One Piece every week.
That's crazy.
And I need to catch up on the manga, so I'll get there eventually. Ranma 1/2 season 2 of the remake started airing, and an episode came out yesterday, but I forgot to watch it. But I watched the first episode, and it was good. It's a faithful remake. So it's doing all of the things that the original did, for better or for worse. Because this is a rom-com shonen from the late 80s and the 90s. So, definitely outdated in a lot of ways. And certain humor that makes you go, oh my God, this is wild. Very much a time capsule and of anime, to have an older anime like this be remade so faithfully. Well, yeah, that's all I have. Moving on to some trailers and news. New York Comic Con is happening as we record this episode. So we will be discussing a ton of announcements from the events in this episode throughout all of the sections. But we'll be starting with animation. Now this trailer didn't come out at Comic Con. But they are at Comic Con, and this is being shown off to an extent at Comic Con and talked about there, and that is the Mighty Nein, the first trailer for Critical Role's next animated series, which is an adaptation of their second campaign. The Mighty Nein follows a group of fugitives and outcasts, bound by secrets and scars. But when a powerful arcane relic known as the Beacon falls into dangerous hands, they must learn to work together to save the realm and stop reality itself from unraveling. It will be releasing November 19th of this year, 2025. So before The Legend of Vox Machina Season 4, which comes out early next year in 2026, which is interesting. And Vox Machina is ending with Season 5, and then, it'll just be the Mighty Nein from that point forward. So yeah, I'm excited for this. Vox Machina just kept getting better and better with each season. Did you manage to finish the last season, Aiara?
Still haven't watched it. I completely forgot that Vox Machina was a thing.
Oh yeah,
but now I have something to watch after I finish Countdown.
Yeah, I have to watch it from the beginning because I came in on the last season and I was like, "What the heck is going on? This is awesome." Listen, I walked in on people watching this. I was like, "Let me sit and see what this is about." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, this eats! This is awesome."
Yeah, it's really good. It started off.
So I gotta go back and watch the beginning.
Yeah, it started off as like a Kickstarter campaign, and it got picked up by Amazon, and then the first season was successful, so they got bigger budget for the second season, and just kept getting better from there. And now they're starting the second campaign as an animated series, Mighty Nein, and I'm excited to watch that. Next, we have a rarity. We got a trailer that was sent to me or to us in the Mustardcast Discord by Aiara. We got a trailer for Trigun Stargaze, which is releasing in January 2026. And it's always weird to me when something's coming out that soon and you don't give us a specific date. How are things that uncertain when we're that close? But
right.
Yeah, very excited for this. I give Studio Orange a lot of shit for not finishing Beastars, but they've got their hands full with both Beastars and Trigun. Studio Orange do 3D anime like no other, and the animation looks like it's going to be just as beautiful this season as the last. Feel free to check out the trailer in the background on me while we talk about it, Bree, because you have to see what this looks like. This Trigun series has been more of a reimagining of the story than the more faithful adaptation that people were hoping for when this was first announced. But it's still good nonetheless. My biggest criticism was the characterization of Vash, and how he's so openly depressed in Stampede when he's supposed to be hiding it behind goofy antics up until the very end of the first part of the series. And then, in the second part of the series in Maximum, he's just full on depressed at the beginning.
Everything,
and then he starts to get back to his goofy self, but he's no longer kind of hiding the sadness. But I feel like they get to that point way too fast in Stampede. But Stargaze will be adapting Trigun Maximum, which I need to finish rereading and / finishing, because I never finished Maximum, but I read the vast majority of it, except the last 2, I think, volumes. And once again,
those are the best ones.
I might just end up just getting them physically or something. I don't know.
Yeah, because they've re-released them in big tankobons now, but they are $50 a piece, which is kind of ridiculous. But it's the only way to read it physically now, because capitalism sucks.
Because capitalism.
I have the first one, and I've been planning on getting the rest. I just haven't gotten around to it. But if I get it, the rest of the tankobons before you do, you can borrow mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
But how you feeling about this, Shirley?
See, I have mixed feelings. Because on the one hand, I'm I'm very excited for Stargaze. I'm happy that it's coming out so soon. and stuff. But on the same token, I feel like they're taking all like the grit and grime out of Trigun. Like I feel like they're leaning too hard into the space part of the space western. And like a
Yeah,
big
I see that.
part of that for me is like Vash's design for Stargaze didn't really change that much. Like I was expecting it to get
It's just
a
his
little
hair.
closer to Trimax because like yeah, it's literally just his hair. And then like there was like they made a whole big thing, especially like in the manga, of Vash receiving a new coat because of what happened to his old one. And like it's a big thing. It's supposed to be indicative of character growth, but it's like that didn't happen here. And I'm a little disappointed. I'm also kind of disappointed that they thinned Millie out a little bit because she's supposed to be way broader than that.
Yeah, she
Um,
also, I don't
but
know.
we have Millie.
It's hard to gauge her height, but she doesn't feel as tall as she should be.
Yeah, like in the concept, or she was taller than everybody, Vash and Wolfwood included, but like in seeing it in animation, I'm like, I'm not sure. And I'm like, her whole thing is that she's supposed to be ginormous,
So I hear.
but you know, hmm
I'm on the Dark Horse website looking at the Trigun hardcovers, and
hmm
I don't like omnibuses because they tend to be too big and bulky. I don't like
right,
super thick books. So if I get an omnibus of
makes sense.
something, it's going to be like a shorter series. Like I have an omnibus of Die by Kieran Gillen, and it's not too big.
hmm
These don't look too big, and that makes me want to get them.
They're kind of big. They're kind of big. I'll bring in my first volume and I'll show you so you can get like a better gauge of it. They're kind of big,
Okay,
unfortunately. But it might also just be a thing of the first one because it's combining three in one. So we'll see. We'll see. I'll bring it in, let you take a look at it. But
okay. We'll see.
yeah.
But yeah, I
But
like.
yeah, I'm excited. Oh,
It is definitely
go
leaning
ahead.
more on the sci-fi than the western, and that is very different from the uh, the manga and the original anime. Like the whole aesthetic
Mhm.
is, other than it still being in a desert, it is more sci-fi.
And it's just like, for me personally, I'm here for the Western rather than the space. The space is a backdrop to me.
Yeah,
But, you know, hopefully, because I've seen people like theorizing on the internet that they're not showing the actual like final designs yet because, you know, they want us to be like surprised about it. But I don't know. I don't know. That seems like a lot of work
yeah.
for very little
His main design
payoff.
in this is in comparison to his very iconic designs from the manga and the original anime are so boring. Like it
Yeah, it's really boring.
it's too close to something you could wear in real life, and I'm like, nah, give him that big red
Yeah.
trench coat.
Yeah, no. hmm
Like his design's so good in the comic, both designs from
It is.
the
Listen,
beginning and from Maximum.
I think, and this is, I don't know if this is a hot take necessarily, but it's a hot take to me. I think he looks his best in the latter half of Maximum. Like the black and blonde hair,
Oh yeah,
the new coat, like it feels the most Vash the Stampede. Like this would be a legendary gunman to me. Maybe not him at the beginning and like in 98 because he's too silly, but like, you know, I don't know. It makes him fit his reputation and I really like that.
yeah. The only thing that makes me like his original design more than the one he gets in Maximum is I don't like the pipes that are like coming out the side. I'm like,
Mm,
I don't like the pipes.
mhm.
Get those pipes out of there. But otherwise, it's good.
It's like I get why they're there. They're functional, but
But yeah, next we have Invincible season 4. We got a teaser um, for it. It is set to release March of next year, 2026. And they said they'd be more consistent and stop with the mid-season breaks. And so far, they're sticking to it. There wasn't a mid-season break last season. Last season was great. And I can only assume they will never do that again because it was stupid when they did it last time. But this teaser continues the trend of having Mark and another character meet in a diner and have a fourth wall breaking discussion about the production of the upcoming season. And yeah, that's about all it was. A little bit of a teasers of like characters that'll show up. They showed a little bit of concept art. Um, but the animation in this teaser is always unfortunately better than the animation in the actual show. But when they're pumping them out this fast, you know, there's going to be some concessions in the actual quality of the show itself. Which animation is hard, especially to like try and get it out on a regular basis. So, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, for those that don't know, before I watched season 1, I ran through the Invincible comic, and now it's one of my favorite comics of all time. Oh, you read Invincible?
After like the first season of Invincible, I started looking into the comics, and so I'm very scared for like these next seasons because a lot happens.
Oh, I didn't know you.
Lot. And I'm curious on how they're gonna like animate it.
It's good you're in a podcast now, and I have somebody to talk to about Invincible. But yeah, I ran through that comic. And I've been rereading it and taking my time this time. And I'm close to finishing it now. And the show has been one of the most faithful comic book adaptations ever made, American comic books specifically. Being more in line with the anime approach of, almost copying it one for one. But the original writer, Robert Kirkman, is also making changes where he feels necessary to enhance the story and give certain characters more shine, especially the woman. And in this next season, we'll be getting a lot of new content since they'll be adding in an arc that Kirkman never got to do in the comic, but he wanted to. So that'll be interesting. Essentially, it's going to be filler, but not really, because the writer wrote it. And that's exciting. Next, we got Primal Season 3. We got a trailer at Comic-Con. And just last episode, we were talking about how Genndy Tartakovsky is having a hard time getting his adult animated movie, The Black Knight, off the ground, which is insane when his adult animated series Primal is on its 3rd season and it looks awesome. But for some reason, people don't believe that he could make a animated adult movie profitable. Like, what's happening? The first 2 seasons of Primal were about a caveman and a dinosaur who bond over the loss of their families and become each other's only hope for survival in a treacherous world. But the story ended in season 2. Or that specific aspect of the story. And it looks like season 3 is headed in a very different and more supernatural direction. There was some supernatural stuff in the first 2 seasons, but it wasn't like super heavy-handed from what I can remember. But it seems like they're really leaning into it for this 3rd season, and I'm very excited to see what they do. I saw a tweet that said, "This is what a modern Hulk cartoon should look like," and I was upset because I never thought of a Hulk animated series by Genndy Tartakovsky, and I'm like, wait a minute, that would be perfect. He tells stories about mostly nonverbal characters so well, and the ferocity and violence of Primal definitely fits the Hulk. Like, what is it? I don't know exactly what the rights for the Hulk look like in terms of animation or TV. So they would probably have to, like, if Disney wanted to make a Hulk cartoon with Genndy Tartakovsky, they'd probably have to pair him with another character to make it work because of the weird rights issue with Universal, because Universal doesn't like money. And they have the film rights for the Hulk, but they won't let Marvel make a movie. It's so weird. I don't know why they're doing that. But like a Hulk cartoon by Genndy Tartakovsky would be great. Have either of you watched Primal?
I've heard of Primal. Like, I know how it ends and everything. That's why I'm like confused on how they would do like a 3rd season. So I just looked at the trailer as we were talking, and I'm like, oh, okay. I like this.
Exactly.
It broke my heart the way that it ended.
Yeah.
So I was like, how would they fix this?
You should definitely watch Primal. It's real good.
It is really good.
But
speaking of something you did watch, and that I know you're excited for, we got a confirmation of X-Men 97 Season 3 before Season 2 is even out. And showrunner Brad Winderbaum says that they are currently discussing X-Men 97 Seasons 4 and 5 with plans of a new season to drop every year starting in 2026 after Season 2 comes out in the summer.
Good.
Yeah. According to Variety, A trailer shown in the room to Comic-Con attendees showed the return of the evil mutant Apocalypse and the X-Men characters scattered across time. The heroes, like Wolverine, Cyclops, Jean Grey, Jubilee, Nightcrawler, and more, must find their way back to the 1990s after being lost in the past and future. Which, if you watch the show, that's what happened at the very end. They got scattered across time.
Yeah.
And they didn't tease, they just straight up showed Apocalypse, but a young Apocalypse before he becomes the Apocalypse that we know. So it will be an Apocalypse focused season, at least at the beginning, because last season they jumped between a bunch of different story arcs. So maybe Apocalypse will be the whole season. Maybe he'll be like half the season. I'm also curious. How many episodes was 97? Was it like 8 episodes probably? Because that's how short it should be nowadays.
I think so. Yeah.
They managed to tell some really complete stories despite how short it was. It was 10 episodes, that's pretty decent. That's pretty decent for nowadays. 10 episodes.
Yeah.
And if they're doing 10 episodes a year, I can mess with that. If they did like 12 though, that'd be perfection. Like 12, 13. Like, come on now. Give me a couple more.
Yeah.
But X-Men 97 was great. In anticipation for it, I not rewatched, because I hadn't watched anywhere near the entirety of the original animated series. So I watched the few episodes that I'd seen before and the rest of the original X-Men, the anime series from the 90s. And I enjoyed it for what it was. It doesn't hold up as well as Batman. But it's still a fun show. But 97, man. 97 is so good. And I'm excited for more. There was a little teaser image that like somebody took a picture of at Comic-Con. And it was of them in their new costumes, and their costumes are based off of the Grant Morrison run. And I'll have to find those because I was just looking at them. You can just look up like Grant Morrison's X-Men and those costumes. That's what they look like. I can just send a picture of that. And it seems like that's, the story that they'll be pulling for this. That'll be exciting because I hear good things about that. I haven't read...
these ones are my favorite.
Yeah, I haven't read Grant Morrison's X-Men, or if you want to say that in the chat. But yeah, it's the very, like, everybody's wearing like a uniform and they all have these jackets. And those jackets are cool. Somebody had like made those jackets, but made them like fleece jackets. Yes, they're so cool. I have to get those. I was thinking
I want one so bad.
Yeah, at work we're doing like a costume day. Was it the Monday before Halloween?
Yeah.
And I wanted to try and get together a Cyclops cosplay, but I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to get all the stuff I need in time. I could just get the visor.
I feel like you could cook.
I could just get the visor and some like yellow gloves and make it work. But I'm like, there's more to it I want to do. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I'm doing. But last in animation, we have Batman Knightfall. We're getting a multi-part animated adaptation of the Batman Knightfall comic, which is the comic that introduced my favorite Batman villain, Bane, who is so cool and absolute Batman right now. This is the best Bane has been in a long time. Bane, and the thing is, and I was a little upset about it at first, Bane in Absolute Batman is no different from Bane in the main universe, which the whole point of the Absolute Universe is that they do new and different things, but Bane is just Bane. And I'm like, I can't be mad at this. It's a slight twist on his story, but not like significantly different, but even then it's still just real good. And if this is anyone's first experience with Bane, it'll be a good one. But yeah.
Speaking of,
I was gonna say part 1 is releasing in 2026, and I hope that DC is returning to doing 1-to-1 adaptations of comics in these animated, like direct to streaming animated movies, because their last animated movie universe was a dud, and they need to do better. But what were you gonna say?
Yeah, speaking of the Absolute Universe, I was talking to somebody the other day, a friend of mine that I do D&D with, and he recommended the Absolute Martian Manhunter.
Oh yeah, it's
series.
awesome. Look, we're probably.
I'm requesting. I was gonna say, I'm humbly requesting that we add that to the book club docket. Then
I wasn't, because I was gonna be like, maybe that's just one you read by yourself. But if you want to add it to the docket, I'll add Martian Manhunter to the docket, because Martian Manhunter is amazing. Okay, we can read Martian Manhunter. Absolute Martian Manhunter is crazy. It is the wildest. It is so different from what Martian Manhunter usually is in a lot of ways. It's awesome. We could read all the
Bet.
ultimate. I mean, the absolute comics.
I'd be willing to do that
I can.
actually.
But yeah,
Yeah, same.
after Supergirl, we're doing Absolute Batman, and I plan on doing then after that a Superman comic, then Absolute Wonder Woman. So maybe we just do Absolute comic and then another comic and then an Absolute comic. But yeah, that's it in animation.